boys. Listen to that crowd cheer for us. Let's get this win for our fans tonight. Let's pump these people up.
We are live from the U.S. Airways Center for Western Conference access featuring the Suns here in Phoenix. Now a chance to check out on our starting lineups. With Kobe Bryant, he's a player guy who is just love to see go to work.
You know what I love about Kobe, his evolution as a post scorer that he's shown. You know, early in his career, he was more of a guy who tried to run past you. Now it's about his footwork, his fundamentals down on the block, able to really get his shot off anytime he wants.
Yeah, we know he worked with Hakeem Olajuwon, one of the all-time greats, and he knows some of those moves. And he can make shots with guys all over him. We know that, and it makes sense for him to back him down first and try to get as close to the basket as he can. But even if he doesn't get all the way there, he's still got enough in his package to hurt you.
This game marks the end of a road trip for the Lakers. They're looking to snag one here before heading home. Presently in last place in the West, this is a team searching for answers.
Well, they're hot right now, guys. They've been on a big-time roll. And coming into this game, I would say this is probably the best basketball that they've played this year.
That's what their recent games would indicate, Steve. I mean, they've been basically invincible. They've really been a showcase of just how tough this team can be, and they're clicking on all cylinders.
For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against New Orleans.
It didn't seem to be much of a challenge to them in that game. It seemed like they scored and, well, not much defense.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, it looked like a mismatch to me.
Probably the way to play is you can't get the box, don't get the easy two.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work your people out of the lane next time.
So after making the first, he goes 1-for-2. The Lakers on D. They counted us having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And you know what's most impressively? Wasted very few possessions. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. They had them on their hands the whole time.
Now here's Bryant. After the miss from Marshall. Here in the first quarter. Hill kicks to Augustine. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Augustine's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he slashes home the 3.
Hudson passes to Marshall.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. He was right in his face.
Hill is straight on down. Here's Augustine. Granger kicks to Bryant. Augustine outside. Here's Blair. And he goes to the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Blair's got his first points in this one.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Blair against Thompson. And he finishes nicely on the way. Thompson's got his first points of the night.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. It's got to be sky high.
Outside Hill. Hill outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And with the Los Angeles in their last meeting with the Lakers, they came out with a big one.
Yeah, that was an easy one. The reason is
just over 2 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Granger. Thompson with the block. Hudson against Booth. Hudson versus DeMarshall. Augustine with the steal. And it's Granger penetrating. Granger right side. And Blair gets it to go. No matter how good your defense was, how fancy your passing, the ball has to find the bottom of the net.
I would echo that part. You got to put it in the hoop. That's the name of the game. Put the ball in the basket. To do that consistently by getting high percentage shots. And then you knock them down. Oh, now goes
Michigan. That's good for Marshall. Just over 3 left minutes gone here in the first. And Doris Burke spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Yes, I spoke to him about the game plan coming into this match. And he said the quality shot block will have to overcome. He said, listen, that can be a factor, psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is just to play unselfishly. Draw the help, keep to the open man. If we execute our offense, we'll be fine. Guys?
Thanks for that report, Coach. Guys, do you think we'll see game plan early on that might end up developing through the game as far as getting
Defensive racing forces you to do. You have to get ready to adjust and make some changes. It's too complex a defensive scheme to just attack it one set way. They're trying to set many cut them off. It's just not quick enough. And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Now here's Granger. Really played well against the Clippers in his last out, and that one's good. 1:43 left to play here in the first. Marshall with it. Now guarded by Farmer. Dishes it to Paul. Another one. Falls for Phoenix.
Thanks for the like.
The screen.
Hi, how are you?
Phoenix grabs the miss. Now here's Marshall. And he gets it to go.
Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint. So you got to do defensive adjustment.
Thanks for the likes.
They can beat you from long. So just like body language, Kevin, you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
That is good. Cleveland's got his first answer.
How's the game?
Outstanding shooting right off the bat.
The game is good.
Over against the Farmer. Fires the three. And again, the Lakers no good.
You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit.
They've had it going on big time. Big time is right.
How's the game?
Los Angeles is gone. Just 1 4 and 3-point range here in the first.
The game is 12 to 18 right now, so doing pretty good.
Good. And Farmer gets the assist. Players got 6.
Farmer with a terrific pass there.
Who's playing?
The offense 7 threes as we wrap up the first quarter. Phoenix ahead. They finish off the second quarter with a massive.
It is.
Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
It is the Lakers. And it is the Phoenix Suns. I'm the Phoenix Suns.
March 7th, the Phoenix Suns.
And we're playing against Lakers with
Do not.
Kobe in it. It's 2K14.
Welcome back, everyone. No Let's as we resume action. In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far. They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Well, Phoenix shooting it as well as you're going to see 67%. So the Lakers 5 right. You got Johnson. Hill was up there with Danny Granger.
Thank you so much.
And it's obviously a 10-point run. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stepping up. You look at Phoenix. They're trying to get in the playoffs. If they stay the course, they will. And of course, the Lakers.
We're in the 7th seed.
For the Suns,
Thanks for the like. We're in the 7th seed for the playoffs.
Playoff factor. Not sure how they feel about that at this point.
And the question will be, can they break from the back and really peak at the right time? I mean, what you accomplish in the playoffs can really define a team's season.
First free throw is good. He hits both to the spot. Here's Kobe. He really was a guy who also stepped up in that win against the Clippers. Now it's sent to DeGoris for the side.
Well, guys, money in the last round of this, Pelicans had a huge game. He ended up with 38 points. Now, along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Just numbers that really jump out at you in the box score.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he treated them that night, what I thought was really incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
I guess you can count on that type of performance again tonight. His teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of the load.
Thompson with the bucket. Just throw for a minute down here in the second quarter. Taking a hand on it. Action with the steal. Brings it in off the backboard. And now a 8-point Phoenix lead.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They got to pass their lead. They're going to be convincing. So they see what happens. Roll on it.
Now here's Johnson. Back to Kobe. Lakers in all around now. And there's Johnson. That's good. And the assist from Kobe.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month. And you look at Marshall, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And being at the top of that list, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give them an offensive jolt whenever they needed it.
And to me, Steve, that's a tremendous asset, almost a necessary requirement for your point guard. I mean, you want a guy that can orchestrate and be a maestro for his teammates first and foremost, but it's a huge bonus when he can put it in the basket himself.
Taking it back, Spades, extremely damaged with a heavy pressure all over. Spades has got his first 2 points of the night. Lakers carry down 7. Ranger with his 3 for Augustine. And now, Phoenix takes possession.
Going now to see the story on DJ Augustine. In the back half of the season so far, he's been fantastic. He's right around 13 points a night, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds. They've been able to count on him to run the show offensively, which he's done with his sensational passing.
Yeah, he's been setting them up with a lot of easy baskets. Room service dime, we call them. One great look after another coming off of this match.
And the shot is good.
He's been one of the more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this league.
Good drive by Bryant. Here's Hill. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
You got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the blocks. But that one's going to count.
And the Lakers making a change here. Numbers checked in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bledsoe dishes to Space. Ball's got loose. And here comes Augustine. Efficiency ratings. I love this statistic. Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. And then we've got some more modern talent representing as well.
Yeah, you're talking the elites of the game when you go down that list. Interesting to see a new school staff. It's opposed with the old school legends, but the rankings obviously make sense if those guys are at the top.
he drops the ball. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bledsoe passes to State. Puts it up from 12. Good, and Drexel gets the assist.
We've seen that for over 2 times. Easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Augustine off the free throw line. Hill gets the out. About 11 feet away. Rebound by Marshall. Marshall's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Marshall's got the lead at the 9 over this one.
That's the third bucket in a row for the team. This defense needs to fall those lanes in the middle and get much more weight.
Yeah, that's what they do. Obviously, only they get hurt.
Here's Huffman. And so he ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Kevin, and looking back over the last month, let's check out how Phoenix stacked up. First in shooting percentage, first in fewest turnovers per game, and they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Blair comes in for Jordan Hill. And it's Butler in for Kobe. So he comes up empty at the line.
You know, as we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has improved. It's gotten more aggressive, more physical.
It sure seems like it has. They spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter.
Here's Boyd, and he drops you away off the glass.
Well, it's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. Force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Here's Marshall. Phoenix not at that time either.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
And that's the young. Wide open. Here's Blair, and it's blocked by Marshall. 144, left now here in the second. So they're running it up. Huffman. What is this by Bledsoe? That one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. Mark, they've been looking at a sink offensively.
You know what? A basket here to do a lot for their confidence.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard for the past 10 games. These teams have been fantastic on rebound. In third, the Lakers.
Yeah, what a show of strength and rebounding we've seen recently. These guys playing extremely physical.
1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Blair. Blair's got 8.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Bledsoe takes to Marshall. And it's blocked. Outside Butler. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
Now we have a chance here. Let's check out some stats for Eric Bledsoe. He's right around 5 points a night, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds, and not quite the total.
And we finished one half of basketball. Suns lead by 11. And time now to go court side as we send you over to Doris Burke from the Sun. Doris?
Coach D'Antoni defensively, it did not look like you guys were getting where you wanted to be. What's happening out there?
Well, they did the ball awful well. They, we have some ups and downs. We obviously got to play a little better.
Mike, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And folks, stay right where you are for the halftime show. Then we'll be back to the start of the second half of the third quarter. Now, presented by Sprint.
Hello and welcome. With playoff seeds hanging in the balance, let's recap the first half for you. The Suns have been tearing it up. They're scoring effortlessly. The defense has been completely overmatched. Money has come up big for them so far. At the break, 11 points and 3 rebounds as well. For the Lakers. Lakers, though, not the same story. They've got to do a better job protecting the ball and valuing each possession. They've not done that. Their turnover numbers way too high in 2 quarters. The first half, a letdown for Kobe. He's been far too careless with the ball. He's trying to do way too much. That'll be all for now. Thanks so much for joining us. The third quarter is just about to get underway.
The Sprint halftime report presented by Sprint. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2k's Sports. Just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get one once more. These are the short break and pass and rush themselves and get deep fuel and Hartford with the Gatorade. More sugar than basketball. Circles tonight. It's the money. Really have a great game.
It didn't take long to see the kind of game very aggressive. A terrific first half.
You know, you look at shot chart, it's all bricked up. I mean, he's right at the rim. He's driving the lane again and again.
And now we're sure off the left. Garcia Gatorade all queued up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Felix shooting their ball for Marshall for the shooting ball. Jerry Greenlight goes up. Then there's Maurice States as Bledsoe in at the 1 spot. Here's Marshall. And it's Felix scoring again.
Nothing but money on the start of the half. They made all three of their shots.
Lakers put it down 17. Augustine reaches to Bryant. Gets to Augustine. It's up at 3. Gives it a rebound. Suns have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. It's good. Rebound Jenkins to shot it over the free throw line.
It will be 4 in a row for them now as they come racing out of the gate to start the second half.
The Suns have made 4 free throws from the line in this 2.
Yeah, it's been an average year at the line for them so far this year, shooting about 75%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on. Been a stellar outing in this one for Marshall. He has 20 points. He played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
Those steals are all the evidence you need is how high his basketball IQ is. He really sees the floor well defensively.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He said they need to start attacking in the open court. He doesn't want to see them operating in a strictly half-court offense. He wants their tempo to become more of a weapon. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be close and cute with the ball. Those will prove to be crucial changes to their strategy. This game gets ready to enter the stretch five, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Barnes. Defended by Marshall. The feed by Augustine. Pass to Hill. Looking behind the line. It doesn't go either by Kobe.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Here's Spence. And 2 all on the shot.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Augustine passes to Blake. And he gets it to go. Warriors got 10 points in the game.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this is taking them here.
Bledsoe gets the States. States missing again.
But his shot's been off today. Question. It's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Here's Augustine into Blair, and he gets it to go. Blair's got
Yo, what up? What's going on, TY?
How efficiently the team is operating in their system. And theirs are fantastic.
What's up with you?
Beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Nothing. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes that happens. You ain't doing nothing, and it just happens.
They got to stay focused.
Taking a technical foul here is the last thing you want to do. That was just flat out stupid.
the Lakers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throws in this.
Well, we're doing okay as the season goes on. We're shooting about 76% as a team.
Just finding your YouTube.
Compared to last for you guys, but it's not.
Oh, was you just trying to find the live? Or was you trying to find like my videos?
Augustine's got 5 points so far. Phoenix leading by 16. To the left side lane.
The live. Oh. So are you waiting for my live, or did you see me live and you were just trying to find it?
Drops in the breakaway lane. 7 points in the game.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
That's the way you creep back into the game. Just keep stops, push it down the field, the transition game.
Here's Marshall. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
It's not an opportunity.
I saw you. I was trying to find it. Oh, okay.
And Augustine kicks to Johnson. Very good. Off the mark.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, you got to shoot.
Marshall is it. He's picked up by Hill. Marshall gets the box.
Okay, that makes sense. Because usually when I go live, it shouldn't. I don't know if you got my the all notifications on. I don't know. But usually when you get the all notifications on, it should notify you like right away.
Put a stop to it. Timeout if they were used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside.
You're the #1 fan, so
Good timeout here.
you were the #2. You just got ranked to #1. I got to be looking for your. I got to be to do my own job. Yeah. But to be my moderator, that's what they say by a job. Yes.
The shot no good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Being on for the next game against the Bobcats. And that's the first game of the string of 3 straight at home. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what I've been talking.
Well, you're the only one in here for right now, so you're good for now at least. Until people start piling in here. I think probably about getting to like 2 and 3 and 4 probably a.m. People should probably start piling in if I just sit around and do nothing. But yeah.
Monday, March 9th, Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder take on the Phoenix Suns. Hoops action.
Yeah, I totally get it. Sometimes I'll sit around, do nothing, and go live for about a while.
Now, this is what he does. It's the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
2. What 2? I haven't seen TK in here yet.
Lakers trail by 16. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. E.J. Augustine out there with Kobe. Then there's Hill. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Blair in at the 4th spot. Space against Augustine. 6 to shoot. And Nick Young, the bucket on the assist by Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists in the game. Suns lead by 13. Bledsoe versus the Martians.
Ooh. Good shot. Thank you, but I missed it.
We're meeting with the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And so it's the Lakers with it. Augustine with it. Hill is free on Bledsoe.
Oh. If I would have made it, that would have been nice. I'll make my theory. I'll make them. It's just a matter of time.
Augustine's got 5 assists tonight.
I think I was just a little far off, really.
But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
And at 3 times to go, guys, he is amazingly active on the court, relentless. And it serves two purposes. One, I mean, it gets him a lot of rebounds, of course, but two, it takes a lot of toll on the opposition. He'll wear you down.
You know, that's exactly right. And what also comes to mind with him is his persistence on the offensive board. His second chance points always add up.
He tried to dunk. Yeah, he did. He tried to.
That free throw good from Thompson.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Thompson. 9 points.
We have 2 people in here. Now it dropped down to 1. Now it's just you in here. Eventually, it's gonna be more people in here. Eventually. There was like 13 earlier that was in here.
That one is no good. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Bryant, and there's another one for the Lakers.
I hope. Right.
Dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
And so passes to Marshall. First, then they have the basketball played in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe against Bryant, and it's Bledsoe off the drive, and he sure had the box.
Another gap in the defense down right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I've ever seen.
Here's Kobe. Fires. Kobe comes with the rebound.
It looked like an easy 2 points right there. You know he's kicking himself for that.
Now, here's Marshall. Goodbye, Augustine. Thompson dishes to
Oh.
Schultz. Pass to Marshall. Pocket.
Hold on. You should do UFC tomorrow. We have 2 people. Now 1. Yep. I think I might do that. Yeah, I might do that tomorrow. UFC 2. But I'm gonna have to do it because I have stuff to do tomorrow, so it's gonna be like tomorrow night. And there should be a lot more people in here in my live tomorrow night, so I'm definitely gonna need you tomorrow night. Check the time. 1:41. 1:42. There we go. I told you sooner I was going to shoot some threes. Oh, too loud. Just a little bit. I have the, what quarter are we on? I think we're on the fourth. I got to get there.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Tell me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back.
And that will be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 6 on the shot clock. Here we go. And that's the foul. Call that one.
Who's winning? We are. We're winning. As you can see, the score is it's 51-66. I can see it. Unless you can't, it's probably a little bit fuzzy on your end. But it's 51-66. We're winning.
Marshall, defense, right on, takes a three.
2 threes in a row.
It makes you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
Suns lead by 16. Bledsoe takes to Marshall. From 15.
Oh,
Short this time.
that was late. That was a late shot. I think it was either too early or too late. Shot, literally. I finna go to bed on my phone air. I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, thank you. Wake up. I'm awake. But I'm a wake up. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Augustine's got 6 assists now in the game. Phoenix has gone 5 of 8 from front line, 15 points and deep ball production.
Really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on it, he's been giving them minutes.
Now here's Kobe. And that's the time. Goal about 90. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, don't boo me. We're winning.
1:44 left in the fourth. Shot here. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Fade away. That's good. 17 points for Kobe Bryant.
His scoring this quarter has been off the charts. The production of the game as a result of it changed. He had no choice but to run to that pass to stop him from getting through.
That was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds.
Double by Augustine. And Connor. Good ball on the chance to run up at the free throw line.
This is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for the Suns.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way, the other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
They could walk out of the guy that's high. And if they did,
Need one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they can build off this win and beat them a third time.
you look at the stats and you'll see how dominant the game this was for money. You can do a lot of changing there other than scoring.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Here's Marshall. Nice feed by Kobe.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So so important to have good presence defensively inside.
Here's again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Platoon swap here for the Lakers. And the free throw is good from Granger. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Marshall. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the right side. The baseline jam. Rebounded by the Lakers. Granger outside. The three-pointer, no good.
That certainly was. I mean, these guys played great all-around basketball during this.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr endorsement. This is Kevin Hart. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Money.
The fasten seatbelt sign is now illuminated. Please buckle up and prepare for landing. Welcome to Salt Lake City.
How's it going, Jack?
Just bowling. Pretty much what you'd expect.
All right, I can dig that. Glad to hear, man. Hey, yo, I know we've had our moments, but I definitely keep my eye on you, man. You know, it's good to have someone to prepare yourself. Okay?
True that. But you shouldn't have picked someone so much better than you. It makes comparing almost impossible.
Stop playing, man.
Oh,
Yo. So what's up? We gonna have a little friendly competition or something, or what?
all right, I'm down. What you thinking?
Whoever gets outscored has to post something super nice about the other dude all over social media.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yo, good luck. You gonna need it.
Come on, man. It's easy money. Hey, Jack. Think about what you're gonna say about me, man. All right.
And there's a shot earlier of the Jazz to get into action. Welcome, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Coming to you live on this Saturday.
He's screwed because I got that consistency down, so he's screwed. Should not let me make the bet of scoring because he's gonna get blown out the freaking water. Sucks for you, dude. You're gonna have to post me all over social media on here. Shouldn't have never made that bet. Should have never made it.
Western Conference match. The Suns beat them last time these two teams met in Phoenix. So far, no luck against this team that got both of the games of the previous two matchups this season.
They had major problems with the charity stripe in that game. Sanderson could not make free throws. Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch, especially on the road where your opportunities at the line tend to be a little more sparse than when you're at home. Boy, you got to cash in on it. And I'm not sure if you noticed the tone being set in the meeting at Center Court before the game, but it seemed that it was a pretty friendly tone. You know, ready for the competition. You know, that was fortunate like this. You notice this stuff, whether you're a fan, a coach, especially if you're on the team, but you watch that meeting, it's easy to see right away. There's the animosity, there's the tension, there's the fear. But either way, I like the tone of that particular game.
Now here's Ellis. A penalty helps. 6 on the shot clock. And a turnover, the 24-second buzzer, 6 on the shot clock violation. So for Phoenix, their last game, a win against the Los Angeles Lakers.
They're heavily constructed. Offensive game plan going in that game, and it's hopefully apparent how powerless the defense was to stop. Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon. The offense just been right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup in the foul. That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
How about the numbers for this club? As a team, 79% from the free throw line this year. And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against Memphis.
Well, that one was a very physical game that played right into their hands. And a lot of their points came at the foul line. Yeah, and it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So don't forget about that part of it either.
Takes it off again.
Well, they just gave him 2 points defensively. You're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
The Suns have gone 2 of 5 here, taking 40% so far to start out the game. Marshall with it, working on Ellis, they get the rebound, and Spates gets it to go.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity. Yeah, no box out was what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill the team.
Crawford's shot is good. Crawford's got his first 2 points. Phoenix is gone 0-2 from deep here. And so this is the Marshall. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's tipped. Stolen by Ellis. They're running on up the court.
You can see the importance of that too. I mean, really, all the hasn't been the hot start he's wanted here. I mean, he's got a few to fall, but doesn't seem on target most of the time he fires.
Crawford picks her up. He gives it to Beaver. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
And really quickness from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've made.
Suns have gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. Hudson passes to Thompson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but actually he gets an in situation there to stop.
Here's Crawford, finished off the game. That is up tempo basketball. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break. And it really does allow your offense to flow better. You can get out and
Here's Spence. He made shot the ball. Spence vision for Marshall. On leverage for 9. Great defense that time from Ellis.
His best defense maybe starting to affect him a little bit.
Alford with the ball. Now guarded by Munson. Gets Russell with the drive. Hits the deep dish. And he banks him away.
Every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for that shot we can every possession.
Here's Marshall. Following the basket by Andres Peter. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got his second basket of the night.
And you'll remember last time out, we went head-to-head. It was clear he got the better of Jackson Ellis. In fact, he ran it ragged on out there all over the floor.
They served him up pretty good, and you know he'll be looking to remind Ellis of that every chance he gets. And if the tables get turned in that performance, you know Ellis will be rubbing it in his face, too.
And now Doris Burke is up into the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He made a point of telling the guys how vulnerable the defense they're facing is to the pick and roll. That'll be live when you see them run unlock this game. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Kicks it out to Ellis. And that's the rush. Marshall with the steal. Finished off the break. Marshall's got his third bucket of the night.
What a smooth finish. Well, he certainly won day one on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
It's a reason on the win. The pass to Cannon. Back to the reason. Takes the assist and lays it in. They got the pass nicely.
You can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, hitting shots at will.
Well, four of the lifetime basket guys have been of exactly that variety.
Here's Rush. Ellis outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jackson Ellis. That's his first foul.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. But for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
Now, here's Marshall. He's guarded by Ellis. It's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot.
Take out the game for money. He's already up to 8 points and 1 steal as well.
It's been a one-man show out there. He's accounted for more than 50% of their scoring.
Lights out. It's some kind of game he's having right now.
The Suns have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. That's good for Marshall. Second free throw, no good. Utah's gone 1-2 with the long range in the first quarter. Ellis gets the lead. And Jefferson, here we go. It is now to Rush. Offensive rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit, and you don't get too many better looks from that range.
Here's Marshall. That misses and a chance to tie it there.
They could end every possession with that shot. They'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Rush has the bucket. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Utah in front of 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Turning up in backcourt, Trey Burke and Al Burks. Trevor Ariza out there with 2. And it's Cancer in a position spot, manning the middle. That's the group right now for Utah.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And here's Burke after the 3-point finish. Burke can't get it together. Now here's Goodwin. Tight defense on him. Good shot there. It's off court.
That's one he knows he should have made.
In his foot. And the refs whistling a kick ball. Ellis is checked in for Utah. Steal, and all one. It's down the breakaway slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense. It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity of the game itself as it starts getting a little more tight and close.
And so is Utah here after the Suns pick up 2. Well, I'm pleased to bring it up. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Here's the And thank you, Dolan. Sure was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
And both free throws good for Brown.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that play some of the NBA's other big men.
To the left wing, rush, inside, Utah the rebound. Ellis, split.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just gotta love the fact that he's old school with the finger roll.
Marshall came in.
Terrific job that time defending that two-point. It's not an easy task stopping that fellow when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
56 seconds left in the first half of the game. Ariza with the rebound.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Here's Rush. So the whistle blows on the shot for 2 free throws for the contest right there.
You know, Brandon Rush is a spot-up shooter. He's a wing player. He can play either at the 2 or the 3. And he's a good defensive player as well. Not afraid to chase guys down in breakaway situations and go for those blocks a la LeBron James.
It's just a little bit of everything that Rush gives you. On offense, he's great at knocking down an open shot, and he can open up lanes for his teammates. So neither attempt will fall that time point. A chance at a 2 for 1 so far.
No question. On man, I'm definitely going to 2 for 1.
Dribbling with it. Now, Rush. He needs it to perfection. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
It looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten going now.
Ellis outside. It's Ariza on the wing. Cancer, the pass to Rush. Down the call on the shot clock. Ellis kicks to Cancer. And fouled hard that time. Won't get to the line and shoot 2.
An obvious foul. And he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
He shoots the ball with a lot of confidence from the line. Very comfortable there. 84% on the season. You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it. That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Passes in regularly.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Great defense that time from Ellis. And quarter into the tight one. Suns lead by 3. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson, and after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It'll be a dog fight. You know, they got big guys. Two bigs will be like, come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of heart in the dogfight system. Thank you, guys.
Morning, Doris. Thank you. And folks, make sure to stay tuned in for halftime, and we'll be back right after that.
Now, presented by Sprint. Hello and welcome. We've got a great one underway at Energy Solutions Arena. For the Phoenix Suns, they have the lead against Utah. Defensive pressure so far paying off. They're forcing miscues, ripping and running. Money certainly playing well so far. He's got a dozen points and is putting out the effort defensively as well, making his presence felt on both ends of the floor. And the Jazz, they're putting up a fight. One look at their field goal percentage says it all. They're scoring at will. A tremendous first half for Jordan Crawford. He's got a dozen points and has kept everyone else involved, piling up the assists. That's all we've got here. Now, back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the second half. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And a look at the skyline of Salt Lake City as we welcome you back in. Big City Money really had a great game.
Yeah, what a remarkable half the way he attacked the rim, scored in the paint. Defenders were trying to slow him down any way possible, but still got through. Easier said than done when he's the penetrator. His speed and agility make him extremely hard to defend.
Great shooting. Three spins out there, Tristan Johnson. And there's Bledsoe, and it's Green and Producer. The Suns leading. Bledsoe versus the Marshall. Three-pointer. Another three for Phoenix. You know, Clark, neither player really seeming to be playing with a lot of anger towards the other. The much calmer game is being witnessed with these two than we're used to.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, usually early on the tone is set in the game about how a matchup is going to unfold, and this thing will not be interested in escalating anything here. Just concentrating on playing the game right now. He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Phoenix has gone 37 tonight from three-point territory. Bledsoe passes to Green. Where is this by Bledsoe as that one goes in? Green's got 9 points. Jazz trail by 4. And it's Ellis penetrating. Here's Kaiser. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Great look, disappointing result. You know, most times you knock that one down.
Marshall with it. 15 points in the game. That shot wide open. Marshall's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Suns. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And the Jazz small-time lead. As we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Put on your best effort as the game goes on.
You know, it's amazing. During the season, you go through a sprint, you can have a major physical toll on your body, wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
A moment to check in with Doris for Doris.
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He told his players not to spend so much time trying to find the perfect shot. He said, listen, there are no bad shots. Take them when you get them. He went on to talk about playing a strong defensive game in the paint and denying any easy opportunities inside. Their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Bledsoe takes to Marshall. Here's Thompson. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. They're going to the line. It's on Andres Theater. The Suns have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year. About 75%. And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last year. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And check in for the Suns. Thompson nails both. Here's Crawford. 12 points for him. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. He kicks to Haywood. It's just a catcher. Cannot hit. Excellent D there from Johnson. Suns lead by 7. And here's Green outside, and the basket good. Green's got 9 points here in the second half.
By the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. It's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes. They just haven't figured it out yet.
He defensive shot is off.
Well defended. And he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Has to land. Bledsoe, this is the Marshall. Now feed to Green. Another three defense.
Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they close out on this team, he's not coming back.
Now here's Ellis. He's got 13 and an intentional foul right there.
No idea why he's fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
And the Suns making a change here. Moses checked in. Here is he. He's got 11. He's in. No good again that time.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Marshall passes to Morris. He's at the line. Shoots from the baseline. He's out with the rebound. Ariza's got his first rebound on the night. Here's Crawford with the three. Offensive rebound. Ellis uses the glass to finish the line. Ellis has got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's a grinder. I love what he does into the offensive board. Really bringing energy and life to this team.
Here's Marshall. And he kicks the Morris. Here's Marshall. 19 off the block. Marshall's got the lead up to 13 now for the
Interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Channing Fries checked in for Len. Utah has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Chip Warner's record was discussing with his players. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through money. The coach has called on him to play a very big role at that end of the floor tonight, but as far as he's concerned, that hasn't quite taken place yet. He wants them to also play at a very up-tempo pace, push the ball on the court as quickly as possible. That was his message. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these possessions play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Mexican Doris. Put on the basket. Marshall's got 24 points. All right, well, look at how the hustle game is for the Suns.
Their activity in the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking, finding a way to steal.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Here's Ellis for the made shot from Marshall. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Talk about some great numbers for Ellis. 15 points and 5 assists.
He's just been making one play after another, from one baseline to the other, covering the whole court.
Full throttle up and down the court. He is not let up one bit.
And the Suns making a change here. Morris is checked in. That free throw is good for Ellis. Phoenix leading by 15. Bledsoe, this is DeMarshall. There's one for 3. Okay. So Utah will take it the other way. Their next game is at New Orleans Arena for a game of the Pelicans. They have to roll with that first in a 5-game run. They shot by Thomas. Misses off the left iron. Now, here's Marshall, defended by Dietrich. Lets it go from deep. Marshall can't hit. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Suns on top, up by 15. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports. Down through three quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
A tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect. A gorgeous feed there.
Trevor Ariza out there big. Dennis, then it's Dennis Page, and Burke in for one spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed come to very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is pretty wonders for the offense. Good defense, but I love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Suns lead by 15. Here's Marshall. And the official whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Bledsoe checked in for Phoenix. That's good for Marshall. Here's Ellis. He dishes it to Trump. Exactly on this. Here's Kansas. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Utah Jazz. Looking ahead to their next and playing at New Orleans. They'll match up against the Pelicans. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. And he knocks down the first time.
Well, even though they're down, they're putting on a show at the free throw line.
I think he's done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Phoenix leading by 17. Marshall passes to Green. In low space. And so it looks like the Suns are in team possession. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Outside, Green, from past the arc, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 20. Now Crawford. There's the triple. That's good.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with this game.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Bledsoe kicks to Thompson. That's good. And the Suns lead by 19.
But they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Jock Vaughn said to the team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Ellis. Their offense will be more effective, Coach said, if they get him more involved. And knowing what he brings to the table, that usually holds true. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And the 7-footer will get from Bledsoe. All alone.
I'd say that pass break what a quarter to play.
And it sure did. A good job getting it started, and a better job finishing it off.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Now, here's Marshall. T right on him. Bledsoe dishes to Marshall. Shot clock at 6. Thompson misses. Jazz trail by 17. The Exelis on the wing. Good.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
If they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Utah. And good on the second, so it makes them both. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Marshall with the steal. The shot is up. Nice D from Crawford. Jazz trail by 17. Beatrice is screen. It's Crawford with the drive. And here's Ellis for 3. Utah the rebound. Beatrice with it. Now guarded by Spates. Crawford passes to Ellis. Contained shot. No good. Nice D from Marshall. Phoenix leading by 17. Thompson right side. Back to Bledsoe. Now here's Spates, defended by Hayward. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his third foul of the game. Now, here's Marshall. He's guarded by Ellis. Marshall hits the bucket. Marshall's got 9 points in the quarter.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put him in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Ellis down there. By Marshall. Beatrice. In 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Blowing the whistle and a lot of contact there. No good on the free throw. That one is no good. Phoenix leading by 19. Bledsoe kicks to Marshall. 1:37 left in the fourth. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Ellis with it. Started now by Marshall. Pass to Hayward. He brings it to Beatrice. Again, Thompson sends it back.
Hey guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Mark this punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were down
dominant in every area.
And on the air, this will turn out to be win number 34 for the next
Series with that a dominant run of games against these guys this year. They played 3 times. It's going to be 3-0 when this one's over.
Well, once they've taken the first 2 from it, you could just sense how this was going to go.
You look at the stats and you'll see how dominant a game this was for the money. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in. Nobody was surprised.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Hayward from outside. Green with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've got into a pretty good groove, going 6 or 10 here in the final quarter. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And so Phoenix easily grabbing this one. You know, Mark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the game the next time they have a bad night. They remind themselves of how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that about wraps it up with Mark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2k's Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Mike. It's the home of the Suns here in Phoenix, Arizona. As 2k's Sports brings you today's live action from the U.S. Airways Center. Now a quick check of our starting lineup for both teams. You guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one for Anderson Parashak?
Well, I love the way Parashak plays the game, guys. He's what every coach and GM wants from their most players. Give you all they have in every game. Play for every loose ball, every turnover. Take charges, block passes, come here and he has some major impact on the game in many areas.
Yeah, you know what? Parashak is another guy who's able to take shots. Knows when to give and when to slide in on a driver. And because of it, he drives a good amount of offensive fouls. I'll play this one here big before the Suns have back out on the road. These guys losing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical than I should win in this one.
This is a bit of a quirky schedule. They're going to play this team on their home court first, and then in the next game, they'll be on the opponent's home court. So it's almost like a mini series. It creates some interesting scenarios in terms of how you approach it. But it is just 2 games on the schedule, so ultimately, that's how you deal with it.
I think these home and away series are always fun. Really, it's like a little mini series. You get the same game plan, the same rotation, the same players are doing this. Fun to play.
So the winning for last game of the one against the Utah Jazz.
One way to know if I have a potential advantage, like he did that night, right up to the big play. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
Marshall came in. And you're the Thunder now. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
Yeah, that was a big win for them. And an impressive performance, mainly down in the paint. Their rebounding advantage was the difference in the game.
Here's what's up. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. A 3-ball. Rebound by Anderson Parashak. The Thunder have gone 2-3 here to start out the game. Westbrook drives in, and here's the feed to about. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Steve mentioned the huge discrepancy on the class part that was brought win the last 10 out.
And guys, if those rebounding numbers are anywhere close to the same today, I think the result will be exactly the same as well.
Marshall gets it.
You there, guys, is 9 and 6. You don't need to put something like that up.
Now it's going to go as good. We had a chance to reach up to him. First step first.
The power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up, because the guy never takes it play off. Guys, we'll see if they take it to heart.
Thanks again, Doris. We can fly, Kenny. He'll make you forget he's a little hard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close
First quarter basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. He feeds it to Durant. Take away, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
You know, next time he has that much space, he can just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway and take the shot that's available.
Green dishes to Marshall. On deep. Shot is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Seems like they hit every big shot they had in their team. Their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
And here's Marshall following Jeremy Lamb's win. Takes the three, and he gets it in. Marshall's got it.
Running here in the first. Nice quarter.
Slams it in.
Good job of spotting his teammate near the basket, zipping the pass right in.
What's over it? He's picked up by Lamb. And Green gets it to go.
Defensively, do not forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
Here's Lamb. At the line. For Felix, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. There's the double team with Lamb. Marshall gets a screen from Spates. Marshall with it. Now going by Georgia. And he gets it to go.
All kinds of ways to get it done. What quarter is that?
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He was dialing in their defensive approach for the task in guarding against Durant. Coach wants energy and intensity on defense all night long. He said, quote, we cannot let up for 1 second against him or he will hurt us. Strong words for sure. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And here's Marshall after the three-pointer from Robinson. 103 left in the first quarter. Marshall takes the
Very little resistance to that shot.
Looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And of course the Suns just a few spots below there.
Well, right now for the Suns, they just about finished the season and are sitting about in the middle of the playoff package. Not sure how they feel about that at this point.
And the question will be, can they break through that? You know, really peak at the right time. I mean, what you accomplish
number 2 with just over a minute gone. Marshall is in at the point. Now here's Hudson. And it's Green as Bledsoe introduced him. He's out there for Phoenix.
That's the kind of play you do not want to give up defense. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
And especially when you give up any buckets, that pushes his lead up instead of going the other way. You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Three-quarter. That is his first foul of the game. Durant just inside the line. Again, the Thunder score.
Well, there's plenty to like about him as a player, but you know, one thing that really stands out is the hook trigger. He can catch the ball in space, things all over, but in an instant, lets that shot go. He's accurate.
And you know something else that fans love about him, the way he's capable of going straight over the top of the defender for some monster throwback. I mean, we're talking about posterization with capital letters.
And a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into the groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
So another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
That free throw, no good. Spates checked in for Phoenix. And he sinks the second. Now here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And he's signed up by Lane.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then first to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. Their teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And he shines it in.
That was ATM time. Cash and money. The easy way.
That kind of defense is not going to hurt against him.
Cash money. I like that, Clark.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him. He had faith.
Double by Kershaw. And here are the Suns now. Johnson kicks to Green. And he gets it to go. Green's got 6 with his foot.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And Horsburg has some force. Hey, boys. Doris, that you played at a level that very few players are capable of.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness. It's always such a special night when a player of this caliber is so locked in and focused.
But you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everyone's going to
every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Marshall passes to Johnson. Lays it up and in off the pretty good. And It's a 12-point Phoenix lead.
Yeah, but he throws inside in the first half, guys. It's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has. Well, when you look at as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. And he's checked in for Bergeron. And Nick Collison subbed in for Serge. And let's get this update now from Doris Brooks, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. Discussing with his players. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through Westbrook. The coach does not think they're utilizing him as much as they should be, and reminds the team that his role needs to be constantly efficient. He then made another statement, telling his guys to stay alert and aware when defending the outside shot, saying, quote, they can hurt us on the perimeter if we don't stay right up on them. Guys, they've got a decent hole to get themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks, Doris. Marshall with it, picked up by Collison. Marshall can't hit.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
This is at the end. Two on the run. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Humphrey. Phoenix no good that time either. Westbrook with it. He's got 9. Nice D for Morris. Here's Marshall. One outside. And that does it for the first half of play. Phoenix ahead, up by 12. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Scott, what exactly are they doing to take away your transition game?
They're doing a great job of getting back. That's what they do. We just have to make sure we get top first and then try.
Scott, thank you, guys. Job one against this team. Get them out of transition.
All right, Doris, thank you. And folks, stay right where you are for the halftime show. Then we're back to the start of the second half of the third quarter. And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. A critical time in the NBA season right now. The race for playoff positioning is on. The Suns have been all over the court. And offensively, just filling it up, making it pass to the open man, generating opportunities. They are piling up points in a hurry. Well, money is making it look easy against Oklahoma City. He's carrying the team, doing everything he can to put them over the top. And still in this, the Thunder hanging around. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Russell Westbrook's been doing his thing. He's up to 9 points, and he's stacking up the assists too, keeping the defense off balance with his passing. Time now to get you back out to the game in Phoenix. The second half is coming right up.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarter.
Talk about being on this game. Look at the numbers for Marshall. He's got 27 points. Talk about the three ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Yeah, you are right, Scott. It's the fire hooks from deep. This is so dangerous out there.
Second half is underway. Here's it. Scott Brooks has got it before. And outside of the three with the Dodgers playing following play. Maxwell, Taylor, Westbrook, and Jeremy Lamb. And Bergeron in at the 5, warming the pace. Westbrook dishes to a bucket. And Lamb kicks to Bergeron. That's to Lamb. He takes it with the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Lamb's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Thunder. And so passes to Marshall. Tipped away. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook's got the ball. And there's the whistle. Hard on the shot. They're going to the line.
Yeah, he got whacked. He was the beat on that. Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Oklahoma City shooting up 6 free throws of the game. And so Durant nails them both.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency. Same routine, same stroke.
Russell kicks to Marshall. And a foul called in the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's his first trip to the line.
Well, he's been an 80% free throw shooter on the season. He's shot the ball with confidence from the stripe.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. Here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Deep City Money really having a great game.
He's in one heck of a groove with his scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Doris Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He said now's the time to open things up. Let's start firing away and get that defense on the road. He also talked about their perimeter defense. He does not want to see anyone getting easy outside opportunities. He wants their defense to blanket those outside shooters. Probably a good time to make some changes.
Thanks, Doris. He's been noticing some patches out there today. This league, largely his making.
Let's look at it. Now Brody Butler. And slams it in.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, or the swing.
Oh, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
Suns lead by 7. Bledsoe, this is the Marshall. The Thunder on 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter for the field. Pretty good start today. The Buckeye outside. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 9 points for Serge Ibaka.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass is down. The Buckeyes are getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really running it up. It's creating some good opportunities for themselves, and they made the most of it.
They're trailing by 6. Outside Westbrook. Outside Westbrook. Fired from the wing. And it's Spates with the rebound.
They just assume he's going to knock those down when the pass is open. He was there.
Here's Marshall. There is a rebound. And now it's a 1-point Suns lead.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Westbrook with it. Very close to it. It's Westbrook with the drop. Rocket the pass to Harrison. The line hits the Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball now. They get it back. Harrison. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
You see the defense they caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the board there, Steve.
On the wing. He's back up. Here's Thompson. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. Now an appropriate time as we get a chance to look at the all-time list for assistant. Some Hall of Fame point guards for sure. Magic and Stockton, the Big O, Oscar Robertson.
Yeah, Chris Paul right up there. You know, it surprises me how few players have averaged near double-digit assists. It's just not something you take for granted.
He's off on the three. Another one for Oklahoma City. It'll count. And this is the contact down in. And is it? Friday, March 13th, the Phoenix Suns take on Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Live from Oklahoma City, Jones South. And Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assistant game. Coming on some very clever point guard play.
Well, he mans that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass important, but putting the pass in the right place for shooters, as you well know, huge.
Yep, no question.
Here is Woodson. Marshall in a shooting guard. Green is up there with Marquis Morris. And there's Jordan Ball. And it's Bledsoe in the point guard. He's out there with the Beats.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at. So does everybody else in the building. This has been fun.
And this is a motion. Durant. Turner with his three. The Suns fail. So gets the screen from Booker. And Bledsoe. Just over a minute play here in the fourth. Can't the rest to a back. Feeds it to Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Uncovered. And there's the pass again. Hits the jumper. And here's Bledsoe. To the middle. An easy 2 points on the way. Has got the lead back up to 1 now for Phoenix.
That's some grit and determination in the coach. An essential quality to have late in the close game. Exactly. And this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Suns have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of break in a row. Marshall can't hit. Thunder have gone 104 since the end of the third quarter. Sapolosha with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Marshall gets a screen from Brock. Marshall gets the back. And now a 3-point Suns lead.
And that's 6 straight points now, guys, coming on the inside. And taking it right out. This is a great effort from the team.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of injuries in a long time without a basketball.
Here's Collison, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Love the way he fought for that putback. He's going to put in a lot of hard work in this game, no doubt about that.
Marshall can't hit.
Well-contested shot there. And that's the key defensively. You got to make him work for a challenge every shot.
Sapolosha dishes to Durant. That one's good from the corner. And the Thunder lead by 1.
On cold at the wrong time. Struggling to score here down the stretch.
Now, here's Marshall by Sapolosha. Davis 5 is only out. 2 free throws now for him. And let's get your takedowns on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They keep firing up the assist. That's a great ball move. Boy, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Now comes in for Nick Collison. And it's landing at the top of Sapolosha. And the second free throw, good.
They should be in front right now, but here's the lead. The match has come up totally in front.
Here's Yao setting the pick for Westbrook. Plays it up and punts it in.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so Wow, he's got it rolling right now.
The Suns have gotten 4 to 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. Pretty nice efficiency there. Marshall with it. Still puts him up. Marshall can't hit.
This quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just gets a little bit unsettled.
This is why the breakaway rim is invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, it's a great run and also a great game we got here.
Oklahoma City lead. How good it should be on the high points for them in this game at 54%. Also gets the Marshall.
Really letting you know how they feel about it. And I tell you what, that feels so good getting that kind of appreciation from the fans.
Spoken by Marshall.
Where's Pumpkin? She is laying down.
Outside Westbrook. Shoots from the elbow. Good off the back rim.
They take it off here. Impressive. No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Thompson. As great as this one comes through as that one goes in.
Yeah, you don't slow down at all, guys. Just perfectly timed pass.
Double team on Westbrook. Now here's Lamb.
Yeah, that athletic play. Incredible. And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club. And she did it in style. Beat down the entire way.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And now let's go over to Jonas Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan player of the game. Jonas, take it away.
Yes, thank you, Kevin. Russell, obviously your ability to attack on offense is such a key for your team. How do you decide when to go to them and when to pass the ball?
Greetings, this is your captain speaking. We've been cleared for landing into Oklahoma City. We should have you at the gate for an on-time arrival.
extensive new development and rejuvenation. Oklahoma City landed the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. 2k's Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Boston. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. One of the guys really watching that game today, Tristan Thompson.
He's one of the popular players. He's the same goes that everybody loves the backup quarterback. The guy off the bench, when he shows flashes of brilliance, gets the underdog breaker, and nothing but big.
And as we look at this team, a lot of games out of first place. They're certainly going playoff contention.
This is the second game of a home and away. Last time they lost on their home court. Now they're playing this team on the road. So they're looking for a little payback here, a little revenge in this next week. And it definitely allowed them to save some space so they can pull this one out. They always put themselves behind the eight ball with that home run.
And it's Westbrook missing. Suns have gone 1 of 3 with a field of this one so far. And it's Bledsoe on the drive. No good from States. For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following loss to Oklahoma City.
Well, they didn't exactly roll over. They had a good chance to get in that game. Just probably better for them. Hey, all around that was very solid, but they're not interested in moral victory. A loss is a loss.
Now it's going to go as good. We had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Brooks.
You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up. The guy never takes it right off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they can hit hard.
And thank you, Doris.
Good job capitalizing on that steal and getting easy points in transition. Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
Westbrook takes the land. Westbrook.
There's something we're seeing less and less of these days.
It's about to put him up. Marshall gets the bucket. Here's Westbrook. A 26-point game for him in the win against Houston.
And he's just working defensively in that game. They have 4 steals during that ball.
Now here's Verjao. He feeds it to Durant. Again, he hangs in there and keeps his enemy second chance points.
That's purely a hustle play there. Getting to the offensive glass for the tip in, well done.
And that's, quality you see any strong offensive rebounder possess.
It's all right. Yeah, it's the anticipation more than anything. Understanding where that ball is going before anybody else on the table.
Marshall gets the bucket.
It's really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Now Verjao inside. Great team that time for States. So is the Oklahoma City Thunder winning the last game against Houston.
I thought that they were the beneficiary of getting lackluster defense. I agree with you. It was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got. The shots came from this
Oklahoma City was 1-2 for long runs in the first quarter. That's the Green. Wide open look. Green for 2 points. Green's got the second bucket tonight.
He's 1 step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass to the assist.
Westbrook dishes to Durant. One more.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, whose offense is going to be there for them.
Phoenix making some changes. Number 4 stepped in for He's in at the point. And out there, Tristan Thompson. And here's Blake Sale.
Not sure why he's insisting on shooting from out there. He's just not working that way.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Bledsoe gets his screen from Thompson. He's in again. And steal it out of the lane. Thompson's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Suns. Now here's Westbrook. Guarded close. Westbrook with a screen for Collison. Working Durant. Bledsoe with the rebound.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. The defense was making a lot more of those when he misses when he's got that much room.
Well, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. Actually, what happened there?
It's out of bounds. Oklahoma City Eagles in 10 possessions. They're breaking the action. Let's take a look at the rest of how the teams are stepping up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. As they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And of course, Pete, they're 7th best in the conference.
Well, when you check out Oklahoma City, they continue their breakout season. I mean, it shows tremendous promise thus far, and I'm looking for big things from this team.
Yeah, of course, it's a good season of coaching.
Suns ball is Felix keeps possession. Spates checked in for the Suns. Now, here's Marshall. He's covered by Westbrook. Marshall gets the bucket.
I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Oklahoma City shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, money in the last game, it was just a man-on-man. He finished 39 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play it seemed.
Great Doris, thanks. And a chance we see him not bad performance so far here tonight.
I'd say no chance, Parker. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good at that level. I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kelloggian. Is that a word? He's a word.
Let's just say he was really good.
Quarter two is just going to turn after it's gone by. The shot from the low post is good.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter is better than his first. And that was pretty good.
Westbrook gets a screen from the lock. That's good. He's a Westbrook comes up with the assist. He's got the lead up to 2 now.
Solid screen right there. Screen him up.
Now, here's Morris. Covered by Perkins. Stolen by Westbrook. He got 1 minute left to play in the first half. Pass into Durant. There's the three. Westbrook, no good.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they can stretch this lead out.
Shot from the lane. Thunder with the rebound. Wizards got his 4th rebound in this one. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
You know, that last game I thought was even with Curry being the difference was the discrepancy in the free throw percentage in their favor. That actually helped them win.
Now, here's Marshall. Defense is right there. Misses the three.
He was 3 in the first. And so far, so I'm able to miss it. So that's not very good for him. It sure did a good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Good on the first shot. Marshall's got 9 points in the quarter. 19 seconds left now here in the second. Outside Westbrook. Right up top, screen by Perkins. They get it back. Rejected by Morris. And here's Marshall. Up in time. And no good. Trying to get back up. Quarter into the title. It's the Thunder up by 4. And time out of the first strategy sends you over Doris Burke from the side. Doris?
Scott, I heard you tell the guys who were giving up too many easy baskets. How do you adjust going forward?
So we have to get back on defense, and again, if we're going to switch, we got to switch aggressive. We just give up too many points without the game.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thanks, Doris. And folks, the halftime show is coming up next. And then it's on to the third quarter. It's going to decide right now. And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Another NBA season is about to wrap up, but there's still an awful lot to talk about. Oklahoma City up on top against Phoenix, playing great basketball of late. This game's no different. Russell Westbrook's playing great through 2 quarters. He's got 11 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And the Suns keeping at it. At every opportunity, they're pushing it on the break and looking to run it down the opponent's throat. Money has been money through the first 2. He's got 16 points and has looked very good defensively, playing hard-nosed ball out there. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke.
The Sprint halftime report. Presented by Sprint. It's been a back and forth game so far with no crowd getting through the first one. Third quarter starting here now. What a game we're seeing for money.
It didn't take long to see what kind of game he was going to have today. He came out very aggressively. A terrific first half. And then you look at his shot chart, it's all breaked up. I mean, he's right at the rim. He's driving the lane again and again.
Our second half of basketball, presented by Gatorade. It seems all through left and on the floor is going for 30. So for Oklahoma City right now, and outside is good about the playing foul forward. Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb, and it's very shallow in at the top. Roman defense. Westbrook passes to Lamb. Durant against Green. Durant kicks to Lamb. It's the very shot. Up at 6. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City takes possession. 5 to shoot. The bucket gets to Durant.
I think what I like about Durant, guys, is his ability to create for the shot. He's got long arms. He's about 6'10", and creates space off the dribble. And he shoots that ball with a high release. So there's literally nothing you can do. Just try to challenge the shot and hope he misses. Well, he'll give you a 30-piece bucket, a 40-piece bucket, and at the end of the game, he's giving you a clutch bucket. That's what KD is. He is a scorer. Personified. There's nothing he can't do to put the ball in the basket.
Here's Marshall. Waits the whistle. Now just going up. There's 2 shots coming up. For Phoenix, they've shot 2 free throws and they're 1 of 2 so far. And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
But you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
He lobs it up. It's deflected. Fast break. Here come the Suns. He with the ball. And a big time jump right there.
Good aggressive finish on the break. That's as easy as 2 points as you could ask for.
Thunder shooting 52% from the floor. They're locked in. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Marshall. Westbrook dishes to Durant. With the shot. And Jeremy Lamb got bucket on the assist by Durant. And the Thunder lead by 2.
What jumps out at you is the assist physical. They have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, that great rhythm to the offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Horner said as he addressed his team. He said their offense has been a little too sluggish. Looks like, and quote, a tough defense issue. Don't hesitate to let those shots fly. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's the bucket. 3 points for him. To Westbrook. Now, Bergeron inside. That's good. So Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game.
And great ball movement. They're just picking this defensive department of basketball.
Well, how about the 3k's, Steve? Perfect, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
That's good. Great start to the half for hitting their first 3 even before that.
And he loses it.
And now a 3-point underlead.
Gets the bucket.
Those are starting to add up. Their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, but the defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on the closeout.
Here's Westbrook, and it's blocked by Marshall. The Suns have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. From downtown, another 3 apiece.
Third 3 in a row right there. Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
Westbrook with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Westbrook passes to the bucket. Back to Westbrook. He dishes it to Lane. And what a name. It is a 3-pointer of their own. Lane's got the game tied up here with a run. Here's Marshall. He's come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Westbrook gets the lead. Doesn't play. Oklahoma City is on 3 o'clock for the Army Arsenal personnel. Lamb dishes to Durant. There's up a 3. And Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Marshall and Durant with the pick. They get it back. There's the double team with Marshall with it. Carried out by Durant. He's again. And foul call as he misses the line and shoot 2. Phoenix shooting their first 6 free throws of the game.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year, got about 75%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And the Suns here with a different look. And the second free throw, good. Under with the lead. Westbrook passes to Perkins. To the inside. It's Bowen. So inside. He kicks to the front. Now, here's Marshall. He's covered by Westbrook. That pops. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle space for the Suns?
Boy, they're hounding, harassing after this defensive end. Very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you the other thing is the fact that the transition, they scored a lot of points on the fast break.
Four of their last 5 makes came off a high quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's technical basketball. Having their way down low.
Jay on the way. Rejected by Lester.
He's a southpaw here in the quarter.
There's 31 seconds left in the third. Again, for Dennis Robertson. They did it again. Here's the pass again. Let's work with it. Now guarded by Wilson. This is good. Now it's a 3-point under lead.
And there it is again. I said the points have been coming today. Go forward.
They keep under pressure and tight. They maintained their concentration and converted their opportunity.
Here's Marshall. On the way back is good. Marshall's got 12 points here in the second half.
I think you can see a repeat of last night's goal. He's just battling out there.
On the clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to strike for two. Here goes Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much to beat on that one. Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The Thunder have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And the second free throw, good. The first quarter continues with on the tap. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our state quality system again.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, really in sync on the alley-oop.
And Phoenix looking to take out on the floor. Marshall in it for the Green is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Maurice States as Bledsoe in position. Here's Marshall. He gets the three-pointer to fall. Marshall's got 31.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And good.
He is picking up here in the second half, really lighting it up now.
Suns trail by 5. Here's the three. He sticks it on. Good water for Marshall. Marshall's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Suns. Oklahoma City's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. He's covered by Bledsoe. There's Lamb. And then only 3 points. And got 15 points here in the second half. There's the double team. And Bledsoe takes the stakes. Great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
I'll tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they got. Of course, the offense will shoot from the perimeter.
States against Georgia. Gets it to Lamb. Shot clock at 6. He's up to his right. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Marshall's got his third rebound on the night. To tie it up. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his second rebound on the night. And it's going to take the half turn. This is a fantastic performance from his side. I didn't say it was nothing in the first. No, he gets none of this guy. He's always ready to turn. Launches it. Good. A three-point shot. Good for Marshall. Marshall's got 56 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Westbrook gets to Durant. Every shot with a screen on Durant. Westbrook with his screen for Durant. Durant offline with his three.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick. Steve Milton got a long day long. 2 times out of 10.
Oklahoma City strong. 2 times a 100 good shot so far. And so they choose to 25.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. In that play as the gap goes up. He is making 2 changes. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% shot. Look at that intentional foul.
Okay, game out of reach. Intentional fouls don't mean anything. It's just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
I agree with you, Clark. It just doesn't do it for the cue at this point. And the Suns making a change here. On the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And now, here's Marshall. That's good.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that powers over. You know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches. Gives him a chance.
The captain has indicated we are cleared for landing. Please fasten your seatbelts and we'll have you on the ground shortly. Welcome to San Antonio.
early and put them away quick. This is our game, baby. Our game. Strong message to the team right there. That's nasty. But that's the kind of leader he is. We've got basketball action at the 18Z Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs. Live on 2k's Sports. Welcome everyone to NBA basketball here on 2k's Sports. Tonight, it's birthday recognition. So don't you have culture in the league? It's becoming a real tradition and a big deal. Great to be a part of it with you. Christine Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and this is Kevin Hart. And now we're taking our starting five for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Tristan Thompson.
Well, he's developed into an incredible fan favorite. That alone makes him valuable commodity because of the buzz he brings to the league, whether he's at home or on the road. And I also can't get over how much energy he extends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the board every single night.
And it's an old curtain for the Spurs in the midst of a home stand here in San Antonio. And if you take a look at the standings, they're sitting 7 games back from the number 1 seed.
You know, for the Spurs, I think maybe they slipped just a bit from where they were a season ago. But they're a team that typically figures it out as the season goes on. And granted, it's hard to stay at the very top of the standing. So for the playoffs, it's a whole different story. And a team with playoff experience under their belt, I think they'll be just fine.
And so it's the Suns getting an old curtain. Here's hands down. They're down on the baseline with his brother and
starters to the bench with foul trouble. And the result is a very aggressive offensive mindset on their part.
And here's Mark. After the three-pointer promotion. A moment to check in with Boris for Boris.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked if there was an X factor in the team, a player they couldn't forget about. And he said it was absolutely Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his floater is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up, because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. He'll take it apart.
And thank you for that, Boris. And here's Parker. From the corner to Marshall. Parker reaches the jump. And that's a block. Roll out number. That's his first block. And restricted, as we just said, it was good offensive. Has been out there. There wasn't a whole lot of things for the game. Part of the very physical contest to be sure.
In one phrase, we would call it smash mouth basketball. And that's exactly the way they wanted it. The more run the game got, the better off they were.
His shot is off. For Phoenix, they've got their first 3 shots to go in for them. They start off this game. Marshall with it. He's picked up by Parker. And that's a rebound. Here's Marshall. Somehow records the tight D and gets the way up.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 for the first shot.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Trailblazers.
You know, so often in the NBA, we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. They were both pretty easy. Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against the defense, they didn't really put up much resistance.
Marshall gets the bucket.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. He's getting money, really having a great game.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He's got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass and drive.
I think Doris will hear some for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Porter said after Satan's game. He said that the pick and roll is going to be our bread and butter. If we run effectively, they will not have an answer.
They didn't plan on starting this game out like that. They think this is easy access to the rim.
For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following loss to Oklahoma City.
Not a very inspired performance, particularly defensively. I thought they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly. Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the roof, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage
the 3 promotion. Number 11.
Shoots the ball inside. That's when he starts to really get on the roll.
Suns lead by 10. Bledsoe gets to Marshall. Tigers with 3. And the Spurs going the other way. There's a new up here in the opening quarter. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. It's rebounded by Leonard.
You see the defense get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Outside, Ginobili. Ginobili's got 6 points.
There was a little confusion there as he was supposed to be guarding.
The basket lead. It doesn't go either for Green. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Leonard. Stolen by States. And James out there to Hillsborough. Then it's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's 24. The San Antonio Fox.
Tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And here on the Spurs. They're at 12 to 3 line. The screen by Ansbrook. Guarded by Bledsoe. Phoenix has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% ejected. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get across that Jordan's out. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at the Spurs. If the playoffs started today, they hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And check out Phoenix. They find themselves in the 8th spot.
Well, right now for the Suns, the thing with them is they haven't really established an identity for themselves as a team. They never have seemed to come up with a plan and stick to it for very long. They've been all over the place in terms of their identity.
And I put that on the coaching staff more than anyone else's part. A coherent strategy has to be in place, or it's impossible to climb up the standards.
And the first one, he was ready to change it. Prince checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. And for the Suns, they're shooting around 41% Westbrook, of course.
Well, guys, money in the last outing gets under what he heard. He picked up 39 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. It was a match that he took over, and he seemed to be able to do whatever he wanted out there. We'll see if he can sustain it now.
Good job, Gordon. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay a roll like that.
I agree with you there. I mean, we obviously get on something and throw out the best in him. And he's always going to take the same approach in this one. Definitely. And it's after the corner as he already was. Now, he's got to be doing that to stop it.
For Phoenix, they've got only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter. Windsor gets the space. Feeds the Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the right. It's rebounded by Reynolds. She is still rebounded on the right.
After that quick first goal from outside, he's doing that perfectly.
Terrific design on the quick hit. He lives it in. Tucker's got 6.
Well, his body control is good. I know. Simon got some shot days and he wants to throw it. He was defending great all over. They had to find a way to get to the rim and make a shot to go in.
Here's another thing about the team. Every time he gets his hands on the ball in the backcourt, he's a one-man fast break.
Now, here's Marshall. He's very close.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
This runs have shot 80% of the lines out going 4 or 5 good ball.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about for most this season.
Houston's up to lead 2 field for Phoenix. And that's for the team over the shots.
And the free throws are starting to pile up a little bit this year, more so than in the first quarter.
And that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Hudson passes to Marshall. And Kafka is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, he earned that one. He took it in and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Jed Duncan, who's checked in for the Spurs.
That's a great job getting to the line here. We didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter. Because I thought it was finished much more aggressive here in the second.
Parker dishes to Joe. Shoots off a strong even hit. The pocket for 2. Joe is getting close.
Great move to the hoop and love the overlook finish.
And it's Bledsoe on the drive. And he goes in for the dunk. Tremendous stuff from a guy Clark you think more of at his position.
Yeah, but he's got some tremendous lifting ability. Plus the shot, too.
Another great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
The feed of Bryant. Shoots the 3. That's good. And the Suns lead by 2.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Porter kicks to Duncan. Duncan gets a screen from Bryant. And throws where he passed to Duncan. Busts the 3 after the easy basket. Duncan's got all time count for San Antonio. Let's see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, guys?
Trying to send a message flying to that side, I think.
Well, that's how you said it. You hang out and hammer it down.
Parker dishes to Joe. And commits a foul. Throw it on line. And we're getting his 4th foul of the game. He's over bonus here. Every line for 2. For San Antonio, they put up good numbers in the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And that one was
Look at the different numbers for Ginobili. He has 8 points.
And we're through 2 here.
Let's get him looking at that first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
From the 2K Sports Studios, welcome. The season is in its final stages. Let's look back at today's action so far. A closely contested game for the Spurs at AT&T Center going against Phoenix. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. Manu Ginobili leads them in scoring. We've also seen some help out of Tony Parker.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. Visitors travel on foot and by boat along the gorgeous Riverwalk here in San Antonio, Texas. Welcome back, everyone.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Marshall. 18 points, and he buried a ton of 3-pointers.
Marshall is going to introduce. Setting the floor for the Suns. Marshall in a corner. Maurice Stapes out there, Thompson. And there's Bledsoe. And it's Green in the Brussels. Stapes again, hands broke. And it's Thompson. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. They won't go out. Kentucky picks one up.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
Ginobili gets the hands broke. This is the cover. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the first one by Phoenix has got a 3-point lead. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Now, here's Marshall. He's covered by Ginobili. Now Marshall. He's got 18. In front of you now is the list of teams that haven't missed many shots at all since the All-Star break. The Suns number 1.
Yeah, they're playing unselfishly, trying to get good shots every single time down the floor. It's really paying off for them.
San Antonio leading by 4. It's on Parker. Leonard attacking. Here's hands from. Foul ball that time in the way up. That'll give the 2 chances in the free throw line here.
Well, they call it Psycho T in North Carolina for his willingness to dish out mandatory punishment. That guy loves that physical play around the basket.
Yeah, no doubt. He is a banger, high motor guy. Will answer.
You know, that's exactly right. And what also comes to mind with him is his persistence on the offensive board. His second chance points always add up.
A free throw touch for Hansbrook. And that one goes in. 2 from the end of that time.